Hey guys, really appreciate all the support you guys been giving me on YouTube recently. I've been having a ton of fun in season 9 and hope I can just keep coming out with videos to help you guys learn this game. If you guys want to use code ELLEON at checkout with Focus, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you guys want to go to my Nexus link and support me with buying some yemas, I'd greatly appreciate it. Love you guys.
But from all of our research and his personality, he just seemed so friendly, and his confidence.
Mr. Maui, Maui, Wowie, Maui, Wowie.
Of course, the animations.
I can definitely see that because I mean, for one, like it shows his personality through that smile he's wearing right there. Like it very much shows off what type of person he is. But like you said, he's a big guy. This is not a small guy. But unlike somebody like Atlas, who is a relatively new Guardian, he doesn't seem heavy. Atlas seems every step he takes seems like it weighs, you know,
Well, he holds up the entire cosmos.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But I'm just saying that's another thing I love about our design team is you know, Maui's a big guy, but he's always moving and shaking. He's not lumbering around or anything. So the fact that he looks light on his feet, even just with this animation, it's just a big cheers to our team. And as for always, it would be a shame not to go in game and actually see Maui. So
let's see what his abilities look like.
Normal melee base attacks go about 12. Spear users like Achilles go about 16. Maui is in this new medium short range is what I've been kind of describing it as. It does hit everything in the area. You know, he's a guardian, so his basic attack.
His push is gonna be insane.
It's very much like
Cause he's hitting everything.
Like that. Who also has AoE basics, but those are a little bit more range.
This character's gonna be nuts already.
Big hook,
Just off the autos.
him to use it more like a fishing hook than a club. And so if you've got a big hook on a lot of rope, like you're not going to be just using it right in front of you, right? You gotta use that range advantage a little bit. / pawn dev test space the number 1. It'll turn it on for you. Nope, don't type /. That's not how it works. Okay, man. Yeah.
Touche.
Pawn dev test PAWN. Nope, not like pon. PAWN.
I was seeing a lot of back end.
DEV test TEST space the number 1. Bang. Okay, you get an enhanced, you enhance your basic. You'll see more about how to do this later on in the kit. We're just trying to explain it. When your basic attack is enhanced, your next basic will pull enemy gods hit to you. So
that's already a lot.
Semi-ranged basic attacks.
That's better than almost every passive I've seen.
Got to pull on his passive.
CC on passive.
I mean, everyone knows it's a hook. It's a guy who's carrying around a hook. You've got to pull people. And
Think about the rest of a lot of other passives.
You're gonna be pulling people a lot.
It's literally an ability.
You'll see in the passive meter there, you know, using the cheat code that won't work in your
Compare this to Sylvanas passive.
of the passive meter filling up. That can only happen once.
You reduce the CD when you pick up
Someone gets hard crowd
those little plants.
A mark will appear above their head. You must basic attack them in order to.
This is gonna be
charge
first
your
pick,
next
first
basic,
man.
And then it will pull. So you can
He already has good lane pressure.
charged off
His
some
passive
lane,
Charge.
has CC. That's
walk
already
towards the base,
is already crazy.
and pull this guy who happens to be a little bit out of position. And that will pull any gods in that area that are enemies.
This is especially cool when you get to trigger it off like your hunter, you know.
Yep.
What? So you can do multiple?
Which roots are now hard CC now. She can root your opponent.
No,
you can walk up,
That
basic attack them, trigger
a
your hook,
passive that
pull them
pulls
out,
multiple
pull them
people.
out. Really gives them a lot of synergy.
Yes. It's really fun creating comps that Maui works really well with.
Yeah.
And giving him some natural strength and some natural weaknesses.
That's
where he won't be
crazy.
quite as good
No,
as
yeah,
he
that's
doesn't.
that.
So bringing some of that decision making.
I can't believe it pulls multiple people.
Yeah, no.
Is something that I find
That's
very
broken.
That's super cool, and I love the fact you can pull multiple people because the potential for that in a team fight, where whether you're using it to
You can pull like
help
3
somebody
people.
off your damage, or whether you're positioning
This already has insane peel.
I think it's super
Yes, the
incredible.
peel potential is really
When you can pull
Joe.
your team.
His passive is a better Sylvanas full. That's facts, bro.
and knockback immunity, because that's technically what it is. So it just felt very natural. He starts to spin his hook, and it begins to grow in distance, very similar to something like Run 1, that it will grow as you continue to charge. But then you can hold it and walk around spinning the hook and kind of keeping your threat nice and high. And then when you throw it, it will go out and attach to the first enemy god hit, and Maui will begin to reel them in. They are crippled and vortexed, so neither one is a hard CC.
technically a soft CC.
technically soft CCs.
I think it's a Guardian.
I was about to say. Okay.
Yep, that's the easiest one. Or Hades Alt or Poseidon Whirlpool. You know, we've got
Yeah,
a good amount of vortexes out there.
Yeah, he has so much
You
CC.
can't fight against it. You know, you're not gonna necessarily be pulled quite this far because you're gonna be trying to move away from it.
These Odin bots cannot do.
No,
True.
they cannot do. So
They're
it
just
won't pull you quite this far, but it is
I
your
wanna see the
primary
abilities already.
safe setup ability in the kit. It does go through minions and
It goes through minions to do damage.
as well, but it's body blockable, so solo lane or something like that, people can simply stand in front.
It's still pretty much his primary wave clear.
Yes, correct.
Alright, it's his main clear.
Wave clear, unless you want to.
Sorry, solo laners.
I think they'll find a way
They'll-
around to
they'll
find it,
figure
yes.
Yeah,
But
that auto
yeah,
attack. Man.
this ability took a lot of tuning and trying to make it feel, you know, good and fun. On
Is the animation? I want to see how fast the animation comes out.
move a little bit during the reel in, so it feels like that cool tug of war. But you know, this man's strong enough to pull up islands. Of course, he can win his tug of wars.
It's a tricky skill shot as well. It's you know, these Odins
Pretty
making
narrow.
it easy, but
Yeah.
it's missable,
Yes.
jukeable, which is good.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
for
agree. But I'm really happy with how this turned out. Feels
Can
like
you
a very
walk?
That's interesting. If they're saying that it's if it's his clear,
people
that's
work
interesting. I want to see his other abilities.
but not always.
I mean, he has AoE auto, so I don't even think he needs clear. It's kind of like Solanas.
Got
And it just feels so Maui.
Brave. I tried that one.
And you got it right. Yeah,
Nice.
mystical Alua. So Alua fish are very a big part of Hawaiian culture, so we were really excited to be able to incorporate that into the kit. This ability does absolutely 0 damage.
Got it.
0 to enemies. You can toss it,
Don't
won't do
wave
anything.
clear. Got it.
Gods, minions, doesn't matter. This is a pure support ability. So when you hover it, you can see a bigger area. Anyone in that area, when the fish lands, will gain protections and movement speed. for
Protections and
5
movements.
seconds. So the idea is it's supposed to feel like throwing a mini relic into the middle of your team fight. And good relic.
I like that
all the
ability.
supports know is a huge
What is
part
it?
of what you're supposed to be
It
doing.
just gives prots and movement speed.
This has felt very fun to use in that manner. But you might notice that it leaves behind a little special something. Nice little pillar of water. Big shout out to Shane for these awesome effects.
Hi, Jazzy.
That is the timer of how long that water will last, is the big pillar.
Really cool.
And
Super.
if an ally god stands on that water for 1 second, a bubble will form around them, and they will be transported to Maui. It is basically
What?
putting down a Heimdall
That's
crystal
crazy.
for your ally.
It's a little untargetable trim.
Yep, exactly. So you can.
That's
save
insane.
your poorly positioned backliner, as they always are. You can be in an aggressive position and get your jungler.
That's an
into
insane.
a
His kid is
position
so
with
insane
you
already.
or your warrior,
But it doesn't.
any of those people. You'll see a
Oh,
pretty
but
big
it goes to his
range,
blink
when you
position
toss
though.
it and no one is taking
You
it.
can't blink back. I don't think.
You can see the kind of aura radius that if Maui
Oh wow,
sends
you
that
can.
aura
So you
radius,
can drag him
will
back. I think he just messed up blink then.
Unless someone is attempting to channel on it. We don't want those bad feelings of I was almost safe and then my Maui took 1 too many steps. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden I'm up the creek with no paddle. That way we at least let you try and finish the channel. But it has felt really, really fun.
Yeah, I know Thresh, but yeah, but kind of, but not really though. The abilities are different.
This is the ability that's going to really
This ability's
cause
sick.
a lot of awesome creativity. I can't wait to see what others do.
An extremely unique ability, even without using the hook.
This ability's
relying
sick.
on a lot of the unique, it's a very unique.
I don't know. I haven't seen the rest of his abilities.
Yep.
We can use it in a true supportive ability. So
It goes over walls too, so it seems
You
nuts.
could be in Scylla ult and decide to move and come out like that. You could be a Ymir channeling his ultimate.
That's a
and
good
all of
question,
sudden,
Sebastian. I don't think so, because I think he still gets the
go up
prots.
in the new zone.
That's
So very
huge. Funny.
porous alt style wackiness that I am very excited to see all the clips of. You're going to be able to do some wild stuff with this. I'm very convinced.
Yeah. Really awesome.
it's
All
a
right.
heck of an ability.
It is. And let's move on to the third one. Solar.
Leaps up,
What up, Lenny?
lassos his hook around a piece of the sun, and begins to swing.
Wait, but how long can you stay in there?
A swing forward, back, and forward.
Forward, back, and
it is in
forward,
a
forward,
predetermined
back,
landing zone.
and
You
forward.
can jump off at any
Oh, that's so sick. That's so much time that you're in the air.
That tricker, that
Like, you're
trickster
not
instinct
untargetable.
into the kit a little bit, and this is how we were able to do it. You're a
Wow,
little
I don't know.
hard to predict
This
when
character's
you're in a lane,
insane.
but it feels so fun to use. I mean, who doesn't love the Indiana Jones, like rope swing type of.
It goes through walls.
That type of moment and adventure.
A lot of movement.
Is always so iconic.
Yes, 2
So
CCs.
appropriate for Maui to be the one to be on that type of adventure.
Yes, prots, movement
A lot
speed.
of back end work went into making this feel smooth.
Is it a root or anything? What is it?
More than you'd ever expect.
Or just depth?
It was a lot. But
As you've probably been noticing,
Yeah, it's a
this
stun.
ability has a hard CC and a stun on the crash landing.
That's
right.
crazy.
That is what's triggering those marks, which allows Maui
Like
to
1 second stun.
pass.
that's right.
Wow, so he
it gets
sets
a little
himself
weird when
up.
you're, like, stunning 53
Like if you
times,
stun,
apologize.
stun,
Won't happen to
But-
you.
Exactly.
stun,
It-
then
because
pull,
this is his initial,
then left click back.
you know, it is a
Hit that.
This character feels really hard to kill.
It's really
It seems.
rewarding of the skill players get when practicing.
it's
This
great
character's
to
really
use,
good.
and of course you can
I wanna play him
toss your two
already.
down and then jump over a wall or jump in and get them right there with you. It will track you where you are in your swing based on when they get there. Of course, you gotta put
I just think it's a lot of survivability time.
and all that kind of stuff.
Can't
But
hold them in the air.
yeah,
Throw.
can't do that forever. But it'll just when the channel's done, it'll put them where you are, which is really fun. So just overall feeling really good about this how this came out and it feels
Whoa.
fun. A big one. The first
That was an
one
insane combo.
by
You can swing
running into the
away.
wall and,
Oh, that didn't work. We had to time it perfect.
Jumped over expecting me to land, and I just
You had to do
swung
it
back,
immediately.
landed back where I took off from and turned around and ran away. Was one of the hardest times I've laughed in a playtest in a long time. It has that tricky aspect to it. That makes it
Yeah.
really fun.
I mean, we can see here, you know, you got to be able to land, like, get that circle out, but it looks cool too, because I mean,
You hit
as
the
was kind of
EE.
demonstrated, if you can do it just
It's the
right
E
to
grab.
it, you could
E grab.
throw it,
No,
bring it down,
land, bro.
swing over the wall, let them get over the wall, and then go back. So like, you don't leave the fight, you just drop somebody off, come on
Yeah.
back, and keep doing your thing. So
It's a tricky play to pull off, but
that's,
it is
that's
cool.
high level. Yeah.
Landfall, baby.
His ulti, let's see.
Target out in the distance, and Maui makes mountains happen, just like that. He leaps up, grabs the island, and pulls it up. This is, I'd say, the iconic lore story for Maui. is
This
raising up the island.
this character's just
Hawaii,
nuts.
New Zealand, and all of a bunch of Pacific islands.
It looks like an infinitely better Gebel to me.
A big part of the kit. Herc 2 is one of my favorite abilities in the whole game. It feels so fun to use.
Also, you can't just beads it, right? You beads late, you're cooked because you're knocked up.
In your face in a really good way, and I mean, what just ranged Herc 2 was like my first thing that I wrote down for potential ultimate ideas, and I didn't even think that it could come out looking this good. The animation team and everybody just made it look.
Yeah, it
so
looks
much better
absolutely
than
insane.
I even expected. This island does stay behind and
Guardian.
a player wall that will block people from
Allies
moving
and
through.
enemies.
Yep.
And self.
And self. You can.
That's
press
pretty sick
forward
body block.
To drop it immediately. You don't have to wait that whole time. So if you have a
No
little
smart aggro thought about that, pressing 4 again to cancel it.
not worry about
So there's even more outplay. This character has a lot of skill.
unbelievable tool in team fights, especially in points as units.
I would say he's hard.
That's
For
visually
support.
and gameplay-wise, that's super incredible.
I think to play him, I think he's easy to get value, but I think he's hard to play at the highest potential.
Again, over the moon to see this in game and see how it interacts. I'm definitely a Guardian main myself, so best believe I'll be getting in there and testing out Maui basically every chance I get come Tuesday.
He's a god that really
Tuesday.
rewards the time you put into him. You know, you
PTS.
get more creative with ways to use your jump and your 2 and your ultimate, the more you play him. But I think that I'm just very happy with how he turned out. I hope everyone likes him.
It looks
He's not
nuts.
a great, if you're trying to solo queue and hard carry your rank games,
I feel like he could.
he's not as good at that as you would expect, I think, because his damage, you know, his 2 does 0 damage, his 1 is single target, his 3 is a jump, you can't use that all the time, and the ultimate is pretty good damage, but a lot of Guardian ultimates are pretty good damage, so
Yeah, I had to see his
his count is
scaling.
very low overall,
He's got the CC to make up for
but
it.
he's got the CC to make up for it. I think that my headline for him has been the playmaker's support. You know, he's setting up your team to do the work for you, but he's going to make it a lot easier for them to stay alive, to put people in position to hurt them.
I feel like he's pretty balanced. If his damage isn't high, he looks really balanced.
Unbelievably stoked to finally share with them.
But
Before
I had to
forget,
see his
I gotta
damage.
Shout out to Brian, the programmer who headed up Maui with me. It was also his first god, and I know I made his life a lot harder than it needed to be at times, and I really appreciate how much incredible work he put into it, but as well as Michaela, or Kitten of Doom, or KD as I call her, this was her first God on the QA end to really verify, and she caught a lot of great things that made Maui feel a lot better and was instrumental in his testing. So 3 of us, it was kind of like our first gods all together, and I really
This character is
couldn't
sick.
be any happier with how we turned out. But of course, it isn't just the 3 of us. It was a full team of
It takes a village.
animators and tech art and
Every
concept
god
and all that kind of stuff. And
months of work from many people all come together to make these gods, and they're really gorgeous pieces of art.
Yeah, and the fact that y'all are still iterating and creating new mechanic devices and new gameplay feelings after as many gods as we have. Again, I'll say this every update show. Shout out to all of our teams, man. It takes a village. So,
Yep.
of course, y'all have seen Maui in-game now, so now you'll have to wait for PTS and then when it goes live next week. But we got a few more things to show off. The usual kit that comes with the new god. So
Maui
first
looks
up, we
amazing.
have, the alternate colorings, alternate colored skin, Sun Tamer
Oh,
Maui.
real quick, I'm sorry,
Oh.
before we get away, it's too late, but
Too
maybe we
late.
can get back in there. But he does have a lot of really cool little nods to Hawaiian culture. I also want to
Okay.
give a shout out to Molly and Cliff, or Davion, 2 people who...
Olympian Dave.
Yeah,
Is the
Olympian
all
Dave.
wall? Yeah, it is. It's the
Molly's
structure.
on our marketing team.
Yeah. You can't get past it, but you can cancel it like a mirror.
These 2 were instrumental for us. I mean,
It doesn't last that long, though.
People who are native Hawaiians, and I bugged them with a million questions a million times, and they were so...
Yeah, he has really good jungle fight.
Gave us so
But
much
if his
feedback.
scaling isn't good, he is literally perfect. Like, I think he's literally perfect.
And really
But if he is high damage,
Also to Brent
if
Mackay,
his
the-
scaling is high, his character will be broken. But I don't think his scaling is going to be high.
really important to
Seems
us.
like a true support with high
He was
high
like a
outplay.
guy that you could just run into on the island, who's also like a guy.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of his taunt, his clap, a lot of different references to all of those different little pieces of Hawaiian culture that I think made him feel really, really real. He feels
That
like
taunt
a
is
full
amazing. It is
character,
amazing.
and not just everything that it could be. So really, really pleased with how that turned.
Yeah, I mean...
80% scaling.
I spoke with so
I
many
need to see the base. I need to see all the numbers. I'll probably go over the numbers right after this.
We're as true to the lore and the theme as they could possibly be. So, a
Yeah, all the
great
choke
shout-out
points is
for
savage.
doing that. Sorry for
It also
pausing.
bounces you towards him, so you can ult, pull him back to you, and split the fight hard compared to like an Emir.
Maui. This will be one of the alternate skins that releases along with the god.
So because he
The
has
Guardian.
great myths of these feats that he did, and
All right, well, let's go over all the patch notes now that we watched
all of
this.
them into the kit. We talked about some fire stuff, but ultimately went a different direction. But
All right, let's go recap. Let's recap the ability since we just finished that. When an enemy god is hard CC near Maui, they are marked for the duration. Marked for the duration of the crowd control and additional after 2 seconds after. If Maui basic attacks the enemy with this mark, his next attack becomes enhanced. So just if you 3 auto pull, then you can pull him again. Damn, dude. So what's crazy about this character when it comes to using beads is that he spaces out his CC hard, so that your beads won't last long enough for the. He has 3 CCs, right? Right. So first it's gonna start with he can start it different ways, right? He can start with Master Fisherman, right, into his 3. I think maybe the best CC to start, I would say maybe 3 in. Like if you know you're safe and you're not scared of dying, you 3 in, you stun. Now you're on top of him. You start body blocking. And then when he gets past your body block, then you 1. And then by then your passive should be procced, right? And then you pull him again after that. So even if he beads, and then after that he have ult. That's crazy. His CC chain is insane. His CC chain is insane. He can keep someone forever. And I think most of them, none of them are DR'd. Only the 3. Only Solar Swing is DR'd. That's insane. So let's look at the damage numbers. Wow, that's high base. 360. Even with low scaling. I don't know. That's a lot of damage. 360 base is pretty high. But this obviously doesn't do damage. Protection. Sorry. So let's look at the numbers here. 360 plus 50% of your magical power. Seems a little high, but I don't know. I have to feel it. CD 16 drops to 14. That's good. Max range 55. Yeah, mana cost is pretty low. Protections 5, 10, 25. Movement speed 20%. Wow, maxed out 20%. Movement speed 25. That's pretty good. And what it does, I mean, that's nuts. The Mystic Ulua, however you pronounce it. And Solar Swing, landing damage 110 to 335. I don't know. 335. Between his 2 abilities that do damage, he does 700 with no magic. And then his base does 675. That's a lot of damage. I think you might have to tone down these numbers. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how. I'm not sure how you can say he has no damage. If you just swing on someone, pull them, and then ult, that's like what is it? 1,200 damage, 1,300 damage, with no power. I think he has too much utility for this type of damage. But I need to see it. But, you know, obviously this is just numbers. But the numbers do seem pretty high. 80%. So if you have 200 magical, you get what? 160? 160? 160 was this? 6, 7, 800? 900 damage all? The whole 20? Interesting. I think you can solo with these numbers. You could definitely solo with these numbers. You can most definitely solo with these numbers. He has AoE autos too. So you just you auto the guy, you pull the wave together, you 1 through the whole wave and him if you're good, and then you solar swing. Seems like you can solo to me. Seems really good, but we'll go past that. These are the skins, the other skins that they have from the Masters. Compare his numbers to someone else. I mean, but you don't really need to compare it to other characters. You can just look at the damage, right? Like, you can just do the math. Like a level 20 Maui, right? If he drops his whole kit onto an ADC, the ADC will be about 20% health. He still has decent damage. He can solo. If these numbers are the way they are, they can definitely solo. So let's look over everything. The new skins. Morgan Le Fay skin looks kind of cheesy. This skin looks awesome. Definitely gonna be rocking this skin. Tunisilla looks pretty sick. Honey Bastet, whatever. Kind of tired of all the Bastet, you know, bunny, dunny, chunny. Plague Purger Rob looks pretty sick to me. Cyberwolf Scotty. I feel like I've seen like a bunch of these. Dark Magic Aphrodite, I feel like I've seen these. Blood, I feel like this one looks pretty cool. Blazing Tormentor Sylvanas looks amazing. Darkest Night X-Ball looks pretty cool too. Primordial Paragon Guan Yu looks pretty cool. Spy Master Kali looks pretty sick. Chibi Thor definitely was about to happen. All right, so let's talk about the actual changes. Wow, they made Root and Mez icons. That's pretty interesting. I like that a lot. Bug fixes, okay. Game modes, conquest. Oh wow, they changed this again. Okay. Naga increased base physical protections from 6 to 12, so made the Naga way tankier. Doubled the prots. And then tripled the magical prots. Increased health scaling from 1.45 to 175 every 3 minutes, so it's gonna be tankier throughout the game. Increased physical power scaling from 4 to 6 every 3 minutes. Increased physical power scaling. Okay, but they should give this more XP though, no? Like, why is this harder to kill? I already feel like I'm hitting minions the whole game. Like, this just makes me feel like Duel's gonna be hitting more minions, right? Maybe I'm crazy. Interceptor. Decreased base damage from 20, 40, 60 to 15, 35, 55 for sure. So made it even weaker on the Scepter, a tiny bit. Gold Fury. Decreased base team gold reward from 150 to 130. Gold Fury got a big nerf. Decrease base health, easier to kill. Decrease base physical. This is not good though, because now you trade Pyro for 100. All right, we'll see. Let's go through everything first. Decrease base health from 35, so it's easier to kill, but you get less. Decrease physical management, so easier to kill. Does less damage. Increase magical power scaling from 2 to 3 every 1 minute. So it scales. So the early ones are squishier, while the later ones are a little bit harder, do more damage. Primal only Fury decrease basic magical power from 40 to 25, increase magical scaling. So it's just harder to kill. They scale a tiny bit harder, but the base it's easier to kill them earlier in the game, but for less gold. Decrease base team gold reward. Okay, so this is why I didn't want to go over that yet, because I was assuming that they would lower the gold on this if they're gonna lower the gold on this. Correct. On Gold Fury, so both objectives give less gold. Decrease base team XP 100. Wow, they have the XP. Holy shit. Pyro's worth nothing. 70 gold is just like a Scorp almost. I mean, you get out of base. This is the way it should be, though. This is the way it should be. I agree with this, because you want Gold Fury, right? You want Gold Fury. That's where the gold comes, not trading Pyro for gold. You trade Pyro for gold, it feels even. That's not the way you should be, and that's why you see so little fighting. So they're trying to fix that, and so that's why they're doing this. I don't think it was hit, like Pyro was hit super hard, but gold got hit too, so I'm not sure why. I think you leave gold where it's at in gold, right? You leave Gold Fury to give you 150 instead of 130, and you do these changes. It makes gold higher, makes gold really, really important, and makes it where you can't trade evenly with Pyro. But we'll see how these changes go. Purification beads. Players are not able to use beads anytime they're alive, including during, pre, and post fire. Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't believe they did this finally. You cannot beads during like Thor spin during animations. Like before, you could not. If they Thor spin and you get stunned, you literally die. This is actually good. This is the best change they've made in so long. This is the way it should be. I'm proud of them.
Finally.
This item only provides % penetration when it's fully evolved. That's actually crazy. I didn't even know that it gave you. I mean, I thought that's the way it should be too. I agree with this. Item now provides 10% magical penetration when evolved. 10 flat pen. Book of Thoughts, nice buff. Yeah, almost every you can use beads during whenever you want. So that's really important, because you know, getting caught during your abilities. Now people are gonna. So all right. So for people that don't understand, imagine you're a Thor spin. You cannot beads when you're Thor spinning, right? You cannot beads while you're throwing a hammer. While Thor is going like this, you cannot beads, right? Because you're throwing the hammer, so it's focusing the animation. You're no longer in control. But now you can. So think about all the animations you have ever done. You can now beads while doing that. So now, honestly, this is a high skill cap, because now people that are good at using beads, you're gonna see it now. So. No, I don't think Aegis should be like that. Aegis should not be. It should just be beads. Because Aegis would be OP. You just throw hammer Aegis. I don't know. I think that would be kind of unbalanced. This is the best change they've made. Like, amazing. Silver Branch increased cost a bit, so a little bit of a nerf. Decreased physical power from 30 to 25. Yeah, it's a pretty big nerf. They hit Silver Branch pretty hard. They buffed Coin, really nice. I think Coin needed buff. 10 physical. Wow, 10 flat pen. This is good. I agree with this. I think this is fine. Heartseeker decreased cost from 29 to 2750. Oh, okay. Decrease the physical power requirement to reach the maximum 400 from 400 to 350. Whoa, wait. Decrease the physical. They nerfed. They buffed. They buffed Heartseeker hard. Decrease cost of 29. Wow, they buffed the shit out of Heartseeker. Increase magical protections aura from 15 to 20. That's a good buff. Heartward's been dead. That's good change. Increase magical protections on the aura from 15 to 20. Yeah, they're just buffing all the glyphs of them. Decrease time to gain stacks 10 to 8. Yeah, Nemean's been dead. They gotta do something about that item. This, I don't know if this will help. Maybe it might help versus Hydra characters right now, but still kind of weak. This needed to be nerfed to the ground. 0.25%. Still pretty decent in my opinion. Increased cost from 22 to 24. Thank God. I've been saying this for like a couple months. This is good. This had to happen. This item needs to be at increased cost. This should have been 2,400 too. Camera's awesome. Increased physical power scaling of 70-80%. Small buff. Decreased mana cost from 70 to 90 to 55 to 75. Yeah, Thor had outdated mana cost. This ability now deals damage equal to 30, 50, 110, 40% physical. All targets hit by the initial line attack or stuns. I didn't want them to do this, to be honest. But, like, I don't think this is the way Thor needed to be buffed. It's not that it's too OP, in my opinion. It's just that it's just such a weird way to buff. I don't think the wall Tectonic Rift is insane in its own right. Like, it's just a really good ability if you're good with the character. Like, you wall people off, it's a good CC. I just think it should be that it should have been around his hammer, bro. The double tap is where you should be rewarded. Yeah, now you can't blink. Oh, I mean, you shouldn't be able to blink after a wall, to be fair. Like, I mean, if the Thor is decent. I mean, I guess if you're getting chased or something. 110, 40%, 300 power, 300, 120, 240. It's okay. We'll see. I love Thor. You guys know I'm a Thor fan, so I like buffs. The bonus of this fight was all triggered. Wow. So that's actually big. Wow, that's a lot of damage now. Because now it gets the Anvil of Dawn on Tectonic, so it just amps the damage hard. Okay, Thor got really buffed. Decreased self slow while firing this from 20 to 15%. Small buff for Ganesh. Decreased cooldown. Big buff. That's a huge buff to Ganesh. Wow. Nice. Decreased cooldown from 18 to 17. Big buff to Athena. Athena now gains 35 damage with chance ability. Increase the damage mitigation on target at 30. Nice. Athena got some nice buffs. Herc got attack speed buff. Increased base physical power for stack 2 to 4. Woo! Nice buffs. I really like these Herc buffs. This ability now provides 50% of the benefits while in the opposing stance in addition to the current bonuses. Now adds 0, 9, 15 to power. Okay. So it gives you half of the benefits. Another stand. That's a big tier buff, low key. Increased movement speed from 20 to 25% in bliss stance. Increased physical protections. Increased protection reduction forward. Small changes. Quality of life. Increased attack speed buff in bliss stance. Attack speed from 25. All right, these are small buffs. I don't know how much it'll help him. I think he's still pretty average. Decrease cooldown 13 to 12. Decrease just CDs 1 second on both abilities. It'll help Morgan Le Fay. Quality of life. Increase magical power scaling 35-40. Quality of life. Oh my God! Thank you. They listened, chat. They fucking listened. Holy shit! This character was trash. 65% scaling on on an ult that's global and very missable. Thank the Lord it's 80% now. 15 and 13. These are giant buffs, bro. I've always said the difference between a good Janus and a great Janus is how you use this ability. And them changing that's big time, boys. I'm back. Janus every game. Increased base damage from 90 to 350 to 105 to 365 and power and scaling a bit, 80%, 5% extra. That's good. Quality of life helps us laning phase a good amount. Increase the splinter 10 to 30, 20 to 40. Nice. Big buffs. Gives her a ton more pressure. Literally doubled the ability at level 1. Insane. Increase base damage from 80 to 280 and 90 to 290. Small buffs, but definitely help a lot. This is a small buff. This is a giant buff. So Cherry's strong. Cherry's like creeping up. Increased duration from 5 to 6 seconds. Wow, that's a big buff. Increased damage on storm shot from 80 to 85%. That's a nice buff. Increased bonus damage trick shot 8 to 12. Better early game. Increased base damage for hit. Yeah, this had to be buffed as well. I agree with these buffs. I agree with this. I agree with this. I agree with this. I definitely agree with this. Yeah, this needed to happen. I think she was pretty weak. I like Mannequin is the only way you can play this character right now. This is good too. This was good. Honestly, amazing patch notes. I like it. Let's play some SMITE.